Hello and welcome. Uh, Rollin Heavy is back, and we're here with episode 9. I am your host, Big D, joined as always by the notorious BOF. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing well, sir. Good to be back. Been
Yeah,
a been away for a hot minute.
it has been a hot minute. I think, what, 4 weeks since we podcasted last, and three and a half
I
since we've
think
been to the
so.
gym?
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, it's too long. It's been too long. Granted, you and I have spent quite a bit of time together over the last little
Yes, we
bit.
have. No, no, yeah, like our time has been actually our time has probably increased, but
Yeah.
gym time and podcast time
Uh,
has definitely been
Gym time has been absolutely zero up until yesterday.
up until yesterday. Yep.
Just in case everybody knows, no, we didn't go away. We didn't stop training. We're not stopping the podcast. We went on vacation for a little while, so we were on a big old boat, eating some good food,
Hmm.
swimming a lot, seeing some cool stuff. You know, doing some things.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good time. Great, nice to get away for a little bit and you know, kind of kind of chillax, as the kids say. I
Yes.
think
Do
is
they
that
anymore? Is that
I
still
don't
a...
know. I think the kids that say chillax are probably 34 right now.
Yeah, I'm
So
pretty sure that yeah, they're us. That they're
yeah,
us.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we got to chillax.
We got some chillaxing done.
I do have to say though, the cabana on the island was uh was probably the highlight of the trip for me.
Yes. Should we say what vacation was? So
Oh yeah, I guess we should. So we went on a cruise, right?
yes,
That's what we say. I'm asking you, right? That was a cruise. That's what we call it.
I'm pretty sure. I call it if I called it a cruise.
Yeah, I called it a cruise as well. Just wanted to make sure I had it right.
Yes, correct.
Yep. So we went on a cruise. We were in the Caribbean. Had a couple of stops, and one of our stops was a private island that the cruise line, I guess, owns. Right? I think
I
that's
let
their
them
private
use it.
island.
It's my private island. I let them use it.
Oh, okay, okay,
They it's we had well technically I give them a timeshare.
okay.
I
I
own the
gotcha.
island. So it's the island version of an Airbnb.
Okay, okay. I got you.
So since I can't be there all the time, I let him use it every now and then.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
you're welcome, Royal Caribbean.
Thank you, thank you for letting me go along with you to your island.
You're welcome. I hope you
Um,
had fun. I mean,
I did have
it's
a
a
lot
nice
of fun.
it's a nice place, I think.
Yeah, saw a whole bunch of cool fish. Saw barracuda. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
A couple stingrays.
Barracuda.
Yeah. Well, like funny thing is, so you guys went back to the water park, right? And me and my wife stuck around,
Hmm.
and so we're snorkeling around, and we had the underwater camera, and I'm just like I'm messing with the camera. I'm trying to figure out like how do I get it off video so I can just take pictures and mess with it. The barracuda swam right underneath me, and I had no idea until my wife just like smacked me on the side of the head and then pointed. I was like, "Oh!" I took in a mouthful of seawater.
Seawater, which is delicious.
It's yummy, salty. Um,
Hmm.
but it helps a fat guy like me float. So snorkeling's real easy.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I jumped off of the cabana into the water, I didn't even get my hair wet.
Yeah, I mean, that's about right. That's about right.
I just I, and honestly, it sounded like it sounded like I hit concrete because the water was like, "Nope, sorry, chubby kid."
That's like a waterbed.
It's like, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
For those of you that don't know, in the 80s, they had these wonderful things called waterbeds. where it was just this big old pouch that you would fill with water and then sleep
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not the greatest, especially if you ever needed to move. Like
No,
I don't know
or
how
get up.
we ever got rid of that thing.
Um, very carefully. I think one broke.
Yeah, one got a hole, that's for sure.
One got a hole in it, and so that took care of itself. Um, and then, and if you just, you know what, if you are arguing with your spouse or your significant other, if getting new carpet, bring in a waterbed,
Yeah,
pop it,
there you go.
then you have to then you have to get new carpet because you just flooded your basement, so or your
Your
living or
yeah,
your
wherever.
bedroom if it's
Yeah, your living room.
wherever it is,
Yeah,
your living
that's
room
where I
because
like
it's
to
not
sleep.
going up. It's not. Well, you're not. Are you gonna take a waterbed upstairs?
Well, yeah,
That's a
because
nut.
you fill it up afterwards. You take the unfilled pouch where you want it to be, and then you get 100 feet of hose and then fill it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Either way, you don't see many waterbeds around anymore.
No, no, and I think there's a reason for that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we're done cruising. We had a good time. Got some nice sun. Had some color, um, which was good. Nice to get back to the ocean. Um, yeah. So like, what have you been up to since?
Well, we got back from the cruise. Basically, the second we got back from the cruise, I immediately got sick, so that was awesome.
Yeah,
So,
me too. I think
um,
we all did.
I think yeah. So kind of spent the last week and a half just kind of recovering, obviously recovering from the cruise, and then dealing with the sickness. You can probably still hear it in my voice a little bit.
Yep, yep, a little bit.
Um, and then and that's kind of what kept me. That's kept has obviously kept me from the gym with us being in such close quarters with people. I immediately had a COVID test when I got back. I felt crummy for a couple of days. Had a COVID test. I wasn't COVID. So just I know it's Utah. We have lousy air, especially this time of year.
Yeah, it's bad.
Um, so it's either air related or temperature control
Or
related.
just being around a bunch of people for a week.
Or just being
Pick
elbow to
something up.
elbow with a bunch of people, and so just a general blase. So I'm just like, you know what? And I don't know if it's contagious. I don't think it is. No one else in my like in my house got sick, so I'm just like, you know what? But I'm not gonna risk it and get either you sick if you wanted to go and roll, or get someone else in the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? Let's just wait till this goes away. So kind of that. The We mentioned that I do some wood burning on the side. That
Yep.
picked up a little bit. Done a couple of shows since we got back.
Nice.
Sold some pieces, and I'll be working on that till through Thanksgiving. Got a couple orders there. So if anybody's still interested or want something for Christmas for people, uh,
Pyro
Pyro Portrait
portraits.
Studio, Pyro Portrait Studio on Etsy. But and then that's it. And then gym yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that pretty much the same for me, minus the whole wood burning thing.
Hmm.
That's not something I do or have the capacity to do. Um, yeah, same thing. Like I got sick. I had the sniffles and um, not COVID, none of that stuff, which was nice. But same thing. I didn't want to go roll. Like I was snotty. It was not good. Um, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my rolling partner would not appreciate boogers um, all over.
Well, yeah, yeah, and that too. And it's like, and uh, sorry, swallowing something that is either air or mucus, but whatever. Uh, uh, but and congested. And we've talked about gas tanks. I don't
Yep.
have a very big gas tank, and congestion is just going to make that a little bit harder to roll. And even yesterday, I think I still struggling a little bit. And kind of needed a little extra time between kind of technique. practices, I
Yeah,
guess, or
yeah,
whatever you want to say. Just, you know what, I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. Cramping up a lot yesterday too,
yeah,
so that
yeah.
was.
Did you do anything? Did you work out or do anything while you were waiting? Because I know I sure didn't. Like I went, like I got out of the habit real quick. It really surprised me that I was just out of everything. I started eating uh, garbage again, and like I wasn't active at all. I was just coming home and sitting on the couch, and it was real easy to fall into that bad habit that I had before. What about you?
I kind of stack. I actually my eating habits kind of actually got a little bit better. Obviously, so in addition to being sick, I caught I got cellulitis while we were there, or right after we got back. I so my leg. I don't know if you guys know what cellulitis is. Cellulitis is basically just a bacteria that explodes all of your cells in the area that the bacteria is. So
Sounds
my left
wonderful.
leg was. It was amazing. You know what? It's a great way to get swole. Like literal
Swollen,
swole.
just swollen.
Yeah. Dude, you swole. Yeah, I know. I'm taking an antibiotic for it. Thanks, man. Um so kind of dealing with that. So when we got back, I got back right back away or right started eating um what I did
Yeah.
before I went on the cruise. Just because I know it's even like the first couple of days on the cruise, my body wasn't used to eating that much food, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not feeling that. Um, I worked out for the first couple of days after we got back. Then started feeling cruddy, and then the cellulitis kicked in. And with the cellulitis, I kind of got was on an antibiotic,
Yeah.
and that was just caused me, making me nauseous and just kind of not. So for the last week and a half, up until Wednesday of last week or of this week, I was really just eating cereal and dry toast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
had I not, I am pretty sure I would have been eating some garbage. Absolutely.
yeah. I am proud of myself because I ate less of the garbage than I normally do. So I
Okay.
cut my portions down. Um,
But still
so
garbage.
I wasn't so much of a trash panda, but I was still a trash panda. Um,
Got you.
but I weighed myself this morning. We were talking about it after class last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I haven't dared venture onto the scale because I don't even want to know. Um, I only gained a pound,
Not
so
bad.
so I was like, okay, I'm actually not feeling too bad about this. And now, then we're starting to get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so yeah, finally went back to class. Getting back to the gym after not rolling for 3.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I had a lot of nervousness. Like I wouldn't say it was quite as bad as first class jitters, but I definitely had a lot of nervous anticipation. Driving to the gym and getting ready. Like I got there super early, um, so I took my time getting my gi on and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there was a lot of a nervous energy to work out.
No, yeah, I felt the same way, and I honestly felt like it was first day jitters. I was like, I don't even know, you know,
Yeah,
where it's gonna be. And obviously, people look different. I mean, when we got back, basically our professor Johnny's got like a giant Santa Claus beard. I'm like, who is that
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
I mean, who is this? We got a new instructor. What's going on? Am I in the right class? I need an adult. Um, so I was nervous. I was glad to get back, and I still had my bag in the trunk of my car because we were gonna roll the day before we left for the
Yep.
cruise, but
Yeah.
you know,
Decided that was probably
it's
a bad
day.
idea.
Well, a bad idea, and it's the day before a vacation. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to get done, so decided not to roll. So I had my bag in the trunk of my car for 3 weeks until I'm like, I can't wait to get back to the gym. Can't wait to get back to the gym.
Yep.
Then, then yesterday I took it out of the trunk, and brought it with me into work. I'm like, all right, today's the day. today's the day. And then as I would walk in and out of my office, it's just like, hey man, my bag would be like, yo, you're
It's
gonna
time
open me up today.
time to go.
It's like, hey man, I got something in here for you. I'm like, you right, you sure do, Dak. You sure. Do." And yeah, and then I'll put my pants on, got my my rash guard on, and I'm like, all right, this feels right. This feels right. And then drove to the gym. I got there super early. Um, but and usually I'll wait in the parking lot for, about 20 minutes or whatever. But
Yeah.
first off, it's freezing.
Yeah.
So decided not to do that
Good
and
call.
went in and usually by the time I walk in the kids class is kind of just getting over, but the kids class was still going, so I got to watch them for a little bit. Just kind of get back into the gym mindset
Mhm.
and you know what? And it's like it's kind of like that you're it's kind of like an old friend. Like you haven't seen it for a minute,
Yep.
but once you get in there, you feel comfortable. I walked in, I felt comfortable. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, yeah, same thing. It's like as soon as yeah, I got my gi on, then I came up the stairs and was, clapping for all the kids getting their promotions and everything. Um, I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I remember. This is right. This is good. Um,
Yeah.
and then second, step onto the mat, bow in. It's like, okay, I know this
Mm-hmm.
feels right. I missed this.
Mm-hmm.
It
And then
also helped that we knew what the warm up was gonna be.
yep, that's exactly what I was gonna touch on. It's like, you know what? I know what I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna work on for at least the first
I know the first two
15 or
things that
20
we're gonna
minutes.
be doing.
All right, I'm gonna be doing some bump sweeps and I'm gonna be doing some butterfly guards.
Yep.
Um, or some butterfly guard lifts. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's all right. I know. So feeling comfortable with that. Um, Definitely did know, but even though I did know what was going to happen, once we started moving and getting into the warm up, I'm like, yeah, I for sure haven't been here for a couple of weeks because I'm feeling it.
Yeah, for sure. Like we were standing there, and I think I was telling you, I'm like we haven't even started. I just stretched, and I'm already like sweaty.
Yeah, I felt this. I was the same way. I'm like, am I super sweaty? Because I feel like I'm sweaty.
Yeah,
Like,
that's probably part of the nervous jitters a little bit, but then once we
hmm
started going, I'm like, okay, yep, no, we're going,
yep.
and then we got right into it, and then we've done these kind of passively, but we've never actually like gone through the technique, and we ended up doing the knee slice and the staple pass last night. Um,
And honestly, staple was new to me. I hadn't seen that before.
yeah, it's really just it's kind of the setup for a knee slice almost.
Well, it's
Um,
100% an e slice. It's kind of like it is a part of an e slice. It's just like you just kind of you really you knee slice and then stop at the staple and then
yep.
figure out how what's the best way to pass from there.
But yeah, that was it was good, and with the competition coming up this weekend, I was
Not for
curious.
us,
Yeah, yeah.
but for our gym, there's a bunch of we got three teams from our gym competing. So um, now let's take this time. We're really looking the what is it? Utah Jiu Jitsu? Is that the YouTube site?
Oh no, I'll throw it in the comments of the video. It's a PGI. It's like like professional
It's a
grapplers
no-gi
or
tournament.
something.
Yeah, I think it's a no-gi tournament. So, but anyway, um, our gym, if we get 1,000 subscribers or to this channel, they will stream the entire event for free. The event's sold out. Like at some place, it's in Utah, someplace. I
Yeah,
don't know where it's at. But
yeah. Tickets are sold
um,
out, and
tickets are
um,
sold out. So it's that. So there you go. It means it's gonna be it's a big event. Um,
Proving Grounds Invitational.
there you go. Is that in Farmington?
I think so. Yeah, it's up north.
Yeah, yeah. So. If they get a thousand subscribers, they will stream the entire event for free. Um, so you know what? If you While you're on YouTube, you know what? Cruise over there, give them a like and a subscribe, and maybe you get to watch some, live live rolling.
Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. Team Proving Grounds. So it's Team Proving Grounds on YouTube. Head over there, give them a subscribe, and then if they get enough, the event will be live streamed. So, but yeah, get back to class. That was something we hadn't ever trained really. Like when you and I
Nope.
have rolled, we've kind of done
We've done knee
versions
slice.
of
We-
that.
We've
We've kind of done our own interpretation, but never actually had instruction on how you should do it,
no,
right?
we did. We've done a knee slice before. It's been a while. We've done a knee slice before, but however, the first knee slice we did was kind of this like stand up and
Oh
then
yeah, like a standing knee
slice,
slice. Yeah.
a standing knee slice, right? And then this one was just not standing up at all, completely different kind of grip where you're gonna put your hands. Like this was a completely still a knee slice, but a completely different version of what we had learned
Yeah,
before. Both
and I
still
feel like it
very,
was.
very, very valuable techniques, but yeah, this one was completely different. And honestly, I don't know if this is what you were just gonna say, but I like this version a lot better.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. I think what we were doing last night is better suited to us because it was a knee slice, but then it also had some smashing elements, so we could use our
Hmm.
weight to our advantage.
Yeah, and I think too. I think we added a rolling heavy kind of little caveat to the technique to move it. Because
Hmm.
typically, like the knee slice was because really the way that it was being taught is you're gonna do it and you're gonna basically get side control, right?
Yep.
We kind of added a heavy kid rolling heavy caveat to, hey, you know what? Maybe let's do this and this and this, and then push this, and now we could go straight to mount. And maybe that's a great thing. Maybe that's an odd thing. We don't know. Maybe doing that frees open another opening for our opponent.
Yep.
But you know what? It worked against you, and I was able to do it to you, and you were able to do it to me. So it must be unstoppable.
Yes, absolutely unstoppable. As no striped
Yep.
white belts, nobody is ever
No
gonna
striped white
stop.
belts that haven't been back for 4 weeks, that have only maybe been to maybe 10 or 15 classes total. I don't even know why the Gracies haven't thought of this before.
Innovators, true innovators.
True innovators in the sport. You heard it here first. Rolling heavy. We're gonna have a name moved after us.
A name
Move name
moom.
words, man.
Yes, yeah, it's hard. We haven't had to have these many words in a while, so I'll
I'm very hard
give you a
give you a
pass for
break a
today.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. I struggle putting a series of words together normally, but
You
and
know.
this is the same thing. This is the first podcast in a long time, so I got the podcast
Yeah,
nerves going
I
on
had
too.
some nervous energy starting up today too. So, um,
So
but yeah, I mean,
so my
so
words, all the words in that sentence were there. They were just not in the correct order.
that's fair.
So
That's fair. That's
you know
fair.
what? It's a word find. It's a word jumble.
Yep.
Make up that sentence whatever you want it to be, but you know
It wasn't right the way I said
it was, yeah.
it.
Whatever you need to do to correct it in your brain, do it to
It is
correct it
open
in your
to
brain.
interpretation.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I mean, so we went through class. I got a pat on the back from Johnny. He was like, "Good job." That felt good. That lifted the spirits a bit. I'm like, all right, I don't didn't completely forget everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then we probably spent a good 20 minutes after class
Mm-hmm.
just chatting. And I know um like I had a rough day going into yesterday. Had a lot of frustrating things, during the workday, and like I was just, I was not in a good mental state going into class. I was nervous going back because I'm like, I don't know what the heck's gonna go on, and then two, like I was frustrated from just the day and kind of the week that it's been. So, get into class, we go through everything, came out, and I'm like, I feel fantastic. I'm sore, um, but I worked hard and I feel good about everything. And then I woke up today feeling great. I had a good attitude at work. I took everything in stride. I was able to kind of roll with everything that happened. No pun intended.
Uh-huh.
Didn't choke anybody out at work. Um,
Which is an HR issue.
yes, it is, and I'm right across the office from it, right across the hall from HR. So, um,
What? Really though? But
really
here's
though,
the thing. Here's the thing. When you get called into HR for something like that, just say, "Look, I was just trying to fold his clothes while he was still wearing them."
fair. Okay, okay. Uh,
That's that's all jujitsu is. It's just the gentle art of folding clothes while somebody is wearing them.
yeah, I'm just trying to show them how to do their laundry. Okay,
This was an instructional. This I was giving them more instruction than anything.
and
Like I was
I
helping
felt
them.
like it would be harassment if I asked them to take their shirt off first.
That would be.
We just went through a
So,
respect in the workplace training. I'm trying to be respectful for them,
mhm,
and I was trying to show them how to fold their laundry.
yeah. I mean,
And I did
I
not feel like it was appropriate to ask them to take their shirt off.
yeah, I think you were in the right.
Yep, I think that would totally fly.
I 100% it would.
But yeah, like I felt great today. I had a good day at work. I slept pretty decently, and I was like, yep. And we both said at the end of the class, like, yep, there's a reason why we keep coming back.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah, there
I'm
is.
hooked. I'm here. Like, we're talking,
Yep. Are you
discipline,
hooked?
dedication.
Would you say you're heel hooked? Boom.
No, no,
Bada ting.
not heel hooked. Nope. I'm gonna mute you for that one. You're timed out for the next minute. Um, but yeah, like I haven't been really disciplined over the last couple of weeks, but now that we're back, and it's like, okay, yep, there's a reason why I go to the gym, and there's a reason why I've been doing this stuff outside of the gym, so I can be better in the gym.
Yep, for sure.
But
Am
it's
I am I unmuted?
no, you're totally unmuted. I never
Am I
actually muted you.
I just didn't know if I was still in the corner or not, damn
No,
it.
you can come out of the corner now.
All right, thanks so much.
But
But and I
go ahead.
think the way that you felt are feeling today and like the way that you felt after the gym, and I think that's the stuff that we've talked on before that they're going and rolling and really just any kind of really any really just like physical activity, right? But there's just like any physical activity when you go and like if you go and work out, if you go if your thing is lifting heavy weights when you had a
Right,
frustration,
right,
you know, it clears your head a little bit. If you're into running or if you're into, CrossFit or ninja type of stuff, it clears your head. There's just and I've done all of that, not ninja because I'm not n- built
You're not
for
built for a ninja.
I'm not built for the ninja course,
Yeah.
but so I've done all that, and yeah, it helps me. And you know what? I feel my body feels good, and my mind is clear and stuff like that. The different thing is though, like when you're just doing when I go and like when I lift weights, all I that's just purely muscle.
Right,
All I'm using is I'm doing muscle, either it be my skeletal muscles or my cardio muscles, like my heart and my lungs. That's all I'm doing.
right,
My
right,
brain is my brain is shut off, and then my body is taking care of my clarity by creating serotonin and dopamine and making me feel good about myself because of that,
right, right.
right? And that does its fine thing. The difference for me about jujitsu is not only am I using all of my muscles at the same time, my skeletal muscles
Yep.
to try to lift you up above my head, um, my cardio muscles to keep you above my head so you don't fall on me and to keep move from position to position to position to position, but I'm also using my mental muscle to
Your brain,
This is my
aka
next
your
move.
brain.
This is my next move, aka my mental muscle. My,
I'm calling it that from now on.
it's a mental muscle.
Yep.
But it is. I mean, tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I'm not.
Um,
I won't say that.
but the difference with jujitsu compared to all the other like workouts and stuff, or the things that I've been into, is when he's, oh no, like if you do CrossFit, oh, it's a complete full body workout. Okay, cool. It's, yeah, it's great cardio, it's great muscular, but what about my mental muscle? It's not full body. Jiu-jitsu is absolutely 100% full body.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why I am I am hooked. He'll hooked or not. I am hooked there because I get the clarity, and I get the clarity just through, like the dopamine and the serotonin and stuff from working out, but also just like, what, I learned a little bit more today.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And that's the
that's, I mean,
thing. Yeah. And it like even with techniques that we've done, right?
hmm
Because I think the last episode we did, we were talking about doing um
Intible claw.
wasn't the wasn't the taintable claw. um we were I think we were doing triangles or like transition to triangles, and we already had familiarity with it,
Oh, yep, yep. I remember
right?
that.
And so like
That's when
even
that's when I sunk the good one. I was like, yeah, that was a good one.
yes, yes, exactly. And we had that familiarity, but then um like we still learned something new because it was just like, oh, and when Bert came over, it's like, no, just squeeze a little bit this way. It's like, oh yeah, and
Uh-huh.
like, and I was out.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, if I don't tap now, I'm gonna be done.
And that's the great thing about this sport is I don't care who you are. You will never ever ever stop learning.
Right.
Like we can line up even five different grandmasters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or five different black belts, and say, "Show me your version of a triangle." There's gonna be 5,000 different versions of a triangle.
Yeah.
Like the
What's your
setup
what's
is
your
basic.
favorite
The
way to get
setup
into a
is
triangle? Yeah.
oh well, I can do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. However, this and this and this. Like we were talking about before we came on air, it's like just using that nice, just this. It's simple. It was. I mean, the technique yesterday was very, I would say, simple, right?
It is definitely a fundamental technique appropriate for our
Yeah,
white belt class.
yeah. I mean, this is something that you should need to know when you're trying to pass the guard. Just for people that don't know, it's a technique to, if you're in the guard, this is a way to get out of the guard, to get the side control, or to mount, like we found
Yeah.
will work for us. But and we're like, oh yeah, this is great. I can do this step by step. But when you get people like our our professors that have volumes of this, you can just see the information flow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but and then you can also do this. But then if this happens, then you can do this. But if this is happening, then you should probably do this. And I'm like, what? What's happening? And they're like, hold on. Okay, no, just do this and this and this and this. Unless you want to do this and this and this. Okay, ready, go.
Yeah.
But
It's
you
like,
can just
got
and
that? Yep. Everybody got it? Yep. Okay. Good.
but you can just see how this one tiny little fundamental technique, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
is very fundamental. And just if you look at it from the high level down, it's, what, one, two, three, maybe five, six moves, and then you've completed the move, right?
Yeah.
But years and years and years, okay, maybe there's six fundamental moves, but there's 9,000 subsets of different moves that you could
Yes.
do in different situations. And and that's why I say this is a complete body workout.
Mm-hmm.
All your muscles,
All your muscles, even your mental muscle, gets worked out.
even the mental muscle.
Yeah. So I guess I mean, any advice I have to somebody who has been training, hasn't been to the gym in a while, and you're just like, I don't know if I really want to go back. Just do it. Go back. Get to the gym. There's a reason that you were training for a while. It feels good. It feels good to
hmm
work out all of your muscles, even your mental muscle. Um,
Even your mental muscle.
And I guarantee if you go in with a good attitude, you're gonna come out and you're gonna feel better. You're like, yeah, there's a reason why I did this for so long. There's a reason why I want to
Yep.
keep doing this. You're gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna get better. And yeah,
Well, there's a
just do
reason
it.
why you see such. Yeah, there's a reason why you see, jujitsu's growing in popularity, and there's a reason for that,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I
I
mean,
mean,
it feels good. Um,
it does.
it doesn't, but it does.
At the time it doesn't.
No,
After it does.
but even me as a 38-year-old man, um, getting that pat on the back and be like, "Good job." That's such a huge ego boost.
Oh yeah,
Like it feels good. It was like we were talking about before. It's like, "Hey, get the thumbs up." It's like, "Yeah,
got the thumbs up, man. Good job.
feels good. I
Yeah,
like it."
it feels good. No, it feels good. It does. And like you were saying, like you sent me a quote a couple weeks ago before we left for vacation.
Yeah, yeah,
It was, who I can't remember. It was one of the Gracies. I don't know if it was
yeah.
uh
I'm gonna
Hoist or
pull it up right now.
oh, that way I don't butcher it. But I mean, this is it to a T. What this quote is.
Yeah, so the quote I sent you was jujitsu can be frustrating, heartbreaking, and just downright hard. If you stop, even for a short time, starting again can be painful, and sometimes ego stops people from coming back. But if you push through and keep going, progress comes, and it's worth it. Jujitsu is not for everybody, is not for everyone, but it is for you, no doubt.
There you
Um,
go.
and that was from it's Mauricio Gomez.
Okay.
But yeah, and I mean, I think that is like the embodiment of what we experienced yesterday, right?
Yep. 100%.
And
Yeah,
I like that. And it's like sometimes it's just downright hard.
it is.
And
Honestly, here's the thing. The day that it's not hard is the day that it's not for me.
the day that it's not
Oh,
hard is the day I'm a grandmaster.
yeah.
And you know what I
Which is
mean?
but here's the thing, it's still going to be hard.
Yeah.
Like even when you're around, there's going to be jujitsu is the teacher that always teaches. You are never good. You are never not a student of this game. You will always be a student of this game. And physically, maybe it will get easier for sure. Mentally, it's always going to be will always be taxing.
Yeah.
Just
When
just like I said,
when I think when it
just
stops,
wrestling.
yeah, chestling. Yeah, and when it stops being hard, I'm not trying hard enough.
If it's not,
I'm complacent.
if class wasn't hard, it's because I didn't participate in what was going on.
Yep.
I was only half there. So the days the classes are going to be easy are the days that I don't participate or I'm in the ground.
Mhm.
Those are the two. That's when class will be easier. I'm dead or I didn't participate like I should have.
Yep. Yep.
And if I'm not going to participate, then why go?
Exactly. And I don't know if this point. I mean, granted, we're not training 5, 6 days a week, right? We're going twice a week. Um,
Twice a week.
but I don't see myself ever not being able to do that. Granted, we are
Yeah,
still like we are infants in
mm,
the journey that is jujitsu. So um,
absolutely.
I know really it's only going to get harder from here.
Hmm.
We took the hardest step, which is actually stepping on the mat for the first time.
Hmm.
Um, but it's not gonna get any easier for a very long time.
No,
And you know what? I like that. I'm
me
excited
too.
for that. I like the
Uh-huh.
challenge. I want to get better. I want to do these things, and it's just it's an exciting prospect to me.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, and the thing is too, it's like, you know what? As we progress, some days classes will probably be a little easier than others. Never not, they will still be challenging,
yes.
but you know, some challenges are going to be harder than others,
Yep.
as we progress, moving to blue and then brown and, God forbid, even black belt, right? Because you look at, like the professors that are there, they make the techniques look so easy, right?
Mhm.
However, we've never seen them train. Like, so we can say, oh yeah, once you get to a black belt, it's going to be easy because look at how easy they make it look, right? Yeah, for sure. They make it look absolute, completely. I mean, that they make it look like, why am I such a ding dong? Because that looks super easy.
It's because they have
The thing
15
is,
years of training under their belt.
the thing is, they have repability. They've done a lot of reps. Um, we have not. Um, however, the flip coin to that is, I haven't watched them train.
Mhm.
Have I seen them train? No. Have I watched? And that, I guess that's not a complete truth. I've watched Damon, who typically just does no-gi stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen him train downstairs, and that shit looks hard.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. That's a whole
and
nother level.
and if you truly watch a black belt train, especially if they're training for
A competition.
a tournament that's a competitions that's happening this weekend or like an IBJJ, you'll see now things don't look so easy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that looks downright like I, I don't know. You have, like when you're playing a video game, there's easy, medium, hard, expert, and then using like Call
Brutal.
of Duty or something. Then you have like Navy SEAL and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Navy. That's like Navy SEAL training.
That's professor level.
That's yeah. That's like ooh. That's like the doctor level. That's
Yeah.
doctorate level. Yeah, you're like, wow, what's happening?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it takes longer to get your black belt in jujitsu than it does to get your medical license in most cases.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, you can call them doctors of jujitsu. I don't I think
Mm,
that's accurate.
I think so, Doctor JJ.
I think though. I mean, I think that's about all I have for tonight. My final words are go back to the gym. If you haven't been going to the gym, go back. You you'll thank yourself later.
Yep. And if you're thinking about going, go.
Yes, absolutely. If you are waiting to get started, I'm like, oh, should I get in shape? Should I do all this? No, just go. Trust
Take
me.
your what if and you take the what if monster, mute him for 5 minutes, and just go.
Yep.
Just do it. Give it a shot.
Step on the mat, make some friends, work hard, and you'll feel better for it, and you're gonna be hooked.
Yeah.
I
And
can
and the,
guarantee you it's gonna be one of the hardest things you've ever done, but you're gonna feel better for it.
mm-hmm. And then and then days you'll be sitting there, you'll be into it a couple of months, and you'll be like, you're gonna be looking for T-shirts that say some people just need a hug around the neck until they fall asleep.
Yes, absolutely.
Or you'll get a T-shirt for your birthday that says Jesus has your back
With a
with
picture of
him
Jesus having the devil in a rear naked choke.
rear naked choke.
So there you
Yep.
go. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, so I think that's gonna do it for our show tonight. We are undecided at this point if we're gonna do it next week with the holiday weekend.
Yeah, the
But
Black Friday.
so if you don't see us next weekend or next week, we will for sure be back the week after. Uh, so thanks again for everybody that's listening. We've officially hit over 100 downloads. It's a big
Right.
milestone for us, I think.
I think so.
I appreciate the 10 people that listen to us. I thank you very much.
Very
Um,
much. Yes, we
hopefully
appreciate you.
hopefully we are a little bit entertaining and can give you some white belt insights on things
Yeah, tell your friends. Tell your friends how awesome we are. And
or how much we don't know what we're talking about and how
yeah,
funny it
like
is to hear a white belt try and talk about technique.
Yeah, like these guys are idiots. Listen to them. But
Exactly.
I'll take either way. I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
fine either way.
Um, but yeah, so that's gonna do it for tonight. If you have any questions, if you have comments, if you have a suggestion for a topic, hit us up at rollinheavy at bjj at gmail.com. You know, and BOF or myself will answer you. And if we have a show topic, we'll definitely address it best we can on air. So thanks again, everyone, for listening, and we will see you next time.